So back in the summer of 2008, a group of us went to Mali on a survey trip, and it was that trip that really kind of drew out this dream for us of the possibility of us going as a community and living in Mali.
And that's kind of where we fell in love with the Dogon. That's where our dreams started becoming a reality.
During our stay in Togo, we had a great opportunity to learn from very experienced missionaries and gain very good insights into cross-cultural ethics and other religious perspectives.
When we got back from Togo, we started meeting every week to form a community and just form our relational bonds and have a basis for all of us to start growing in our relationships with each other.
We spent many hours in meetings, many times a week. We also spent time forming community ritual, community celebration, and other communal events such as mealtime with each other.
And we read through Luke and we prayed a lot together and decided that we needed to be a little bit more proactive and legitimize our team.
And then we've also been really intentional about bringing people around us who can mentor us.
It's the shared life that has brought us together. We have shared so much of ourselves and been really intentional about being transparent with each other, and that intentionality has spilled over into our relationships.
Well, when I think of community for our team, I think of three words: authenticity, intentionality, and love. And I think those three words are something that I definitely see present already and just really actively brewing with us, which is really exciting. But also something that I hope will translate to the Dogon is something that we can offer as an example with us as a team, but also invite them into, not just for the sake of community, but for the sake of offering a church and for the sake of offering a real picture of what the kingdom of God can look like.
One of the things you'll notice if you spend a lot of time in our community is a keyword, shalom, that you'll keep hearing coming up over and over again. This idea of shalom in the Old Testament means that God is redeeming the person in every level possible.
As we've grown in our knowledge of the gospel, we've seen that the message of Jesus does not merely encompass cognitive elements. As a team, we've worked to develop a holistic view of missions. For us, the physical and the spiritual aren't separated, but rather woven together like a tapestry.
Mali has a long and varied past, from its days as Saharan desert traders to Timbuktu, when it became a major point of Islam.
The religion in Dogon land has over time become a mix of the animistic and folk religions of the previous couple of thousands of years. But the recent encroachment of Islam coming from the north has caused a syncretism between the folk religions and Islam originating from the Middle East.
This summer in Mali, we got to experience a lot of the poverty that one thinks about when thinking about Africa. You gotta keep in mind Mali's the fourth most impoverished nation in the world.
Only 3% of the land is actually farmable, and 98% of their food is actually imported into the country.
When we think of basic human rights, we think about an individual's right to food and to water, access to health for medical reasons, and really in Dogon land, all of these things are absent. The popular image of Africa is one of famine, societal and natural disasters, and political and also economic collapse.
For a long time in the history of missions, evangelism and development has been seen as two separate dichotomies. But the scriptures teach us they should be bridged together to be one entity and not two separate things.
We are serious in our mission to disciple our new friends in the shalom of Jesus. Along with this, we are excited about meeting physical needs using the resources and gifts that God has blessed us with. Some of these projects would include meeting medical needs, teaching sustainable agriculture, helping the economy, promoting justice, providing education, and addressing community issues such as water and sanitation.
Shalom is this bridging gap between evangelism and development. so that a holistic ministry is filled with one that's compassion to the poor, justice and reconciliation, as well as a particular teaching of the way of life that Jesus Christ came to bring.
We, I think, as a team, hope a lot for the idea of true community and true authenticity and vulnerability. I think it does take a great amount of sacrifice, and it's not easy, and it's hard, and it's messy, and it's day-to-day working through the harshness of life. And I think that's something that we're all hoping to be prepared for, but also know that it's going to take a lot of struggle.
Everyone always says that the friends you meet in college will be your friends for life. And everyone is actually right. And the neat thing about my experience is that not only do I have these friends for life, but I also get to move with these friends to Mali. That's our team, and each of us has its own place, and obviously that's not a sweeping idea about them, but that is who we are, and we're not perfect, but we love each other, and we love and are passionate about what we want to do in our place in Mali.